Well, welcome back to the second act of our show here. Hopefully everyone's lunch is delicious. So thank you to Kathy and Jose, as always. They work very hard and they have delicious food, so we appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and resume our program. We would like to thank our installation sponsors. If you could please stand as you're recognized. Our gold sponsorship level, USA Mortgage. Silver sponsorship level is United Bank of Union, Guild Mortgage, and Maris. Our bronze sponsorship level is Continental Title, Title Partners Agency, LLC. Our event sponsorship level is U.S. Title, First State Bank Mortgage, Star Pro of Franklin County, Farmers and Merchants Bank. And then, of course, we would like to recognize our food and drink. Cafe Mosaic provided our delicious lunch, and Little Ireland provided the hot coffee. So and if anybody needs a little Bailey's, I'm sure it's probably in my car somewhere. I am part Irish, so not part. We wholeheartedly thank our host, the VFW Hall Post 2661, for this beautiful venue. And of course, last but not least, we are grateful for the 2026 Installation Committee, who planned this luncheon, decorated the hall so elegantly, which I do agree, it looks very beautiful in here, so thank you all. Please come forward. Ginger Groff-Brinker, Michelle Lee-Smith, and of course, you know, on my notes it says side note. Kim would like to present something to them. So, yes, they're supposed to. There she is. Amy Cobb. Christina Anderson. And of course, Emily Schmidt. Now I'm getting corrected on my English. So my pronunciation, which that's normal. Yeah. Thank you so much. You guys did such a wonderful job. I'd like to invite Missouri Realtors 2024 past president, Derek Schriever, to the podium to give us a State of the Association address. Thank you.
They don't have notes up here, so if you guys want to just tell me to get out of the way anytime, just let me know. No, Derek Schriever, I'm actually 2024 president of Missouri Realtors. I'm past president this year, and I'm continuing that role again next year. I'm honored to do that. Representing our local board at the state level has been an honor, and I feel like I've done a pretty good job, and I get to do it another year. Just want to recap some of the things that have gone on over the past 18 months or so. Obviously, you guys are aware, in my presidential year, we dealt with the settlement. And what we did at Missouri Realtors was we honed in on, one, not meeting and being in the press for anything that we're doing. And we achieved that. We were proud to do that. It was a difficult scenario to avoid the limelight, but we did. In the meantime, we worked with our legal counsel and some outside counsel to address our contracts. And I'm honored and proud of what we've done, because I feel like as an association, we ensured that our members, you all as realtors, had the tools and means necessary to continue what I think is a worthwhile industry and a worthwhile profession in helping our consumers achieve their goals in real estate. Whether that being that first-time home buyer, whether it be the downsizing repeat client, we needed to be able to, one, the contracts to make sure we could keep doing what we've always been doing. 2, we had to figure out how to get paid. You all figured that out, that's wonderful. And we all did it on our own without talking to each other, which was also very important, considering the antitrust situation we were in. To say that if you asked someone in August of last year what we would feel like and what we would look like as an association, they wouldn't predict we handled ourselves this way. They wouldn't have predicted our member count stayed steady, and they wouldn't have predicted that consumers keep choosing to use Realtors in the transaction. So all of us deserve a round of applause for that. Despite being a topic I had to cover a lot, I'm glad I don't have to talk about it anymore during this address. What we have been working on in the meantime, which if you've ever been involved in an association that's dealing with anything heavy like we did last year, a lot of the times you don't do the background stuff. You don't do the double check of your policies and bylaws. You're so focused on that hurdle that's ahead of you. But what we did, we achieved some additional activities. We reorganized our entire association over the past 15 months. We reviewed our policies and bylaws, made efficiency measures, and made some changes to make it easier to read, easier to digest. At the same time, we had an organizational assessment advisory group called OAAG that started in 2023 and conducted activities and concluded in the middle of last year. Since then, we have gone and actually had output or advisory groups, different task force focused on what we needed to do to stay ahead of the industry as an association. And so we've done a lot of streamlining with our committee structure, our output groups, and to make sure that people continue to feel the O2 structure, which is the idea that ideas start at the masses and come up to the leaders, and rather than the leaders telling the masses what to do. And so it was important for us to keep that ethos as an association that when Ginger attends her first meeting, that she can go right into a session and start talking and sharing her idea from her perspective. And we're honored to have done that. We've got it through bylaw changes approved last meeting, second reading January. So 2027 will look like a different association, but we should be functioning and operating with that empowerment we've offered to the members who get involved. And I challenge you next year to attend a session. You'll start to get that new feel and feel welcome. And that's what our goal is as an association. That said, there is a dues increase coming from Missouri Realtors out of last month's meeting, 2 months ago. It is a nominal dues increase. It follows CPI and basically is an adjustment for inflation, so the state association can continue serving and offering the same amount of services and improve them over time. So that's why you'll see a dues increase on your understatement this year. That said, one of our goals moving forward and the dues increase from last year and this year is primarily focused on making sure we stay ahead of risk management, and making sure you guys understand the legal environment we're in, avoid being involved in future lawsuits, being aware of the lawsuits that are taking place, and making you guys ahead of those. At the same time, we're going to do that through education. And you'll see that the GRI is back with in-person and online options. And so just look at what Missouri Realtors is offering from the education standpoint, as well as the risk management standpoint if you're a broker. So again, request and invite you guys to participate with us throughout next year and into 2027 as our reorganization leads us to include you more and appreciate your ideas even more. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, Derek. Appreciate that. I would now like to invite Amanda Nemeth and Stephen Flannery III up to the podium.
in recognition of your service as President of the Franklin County Board of Realtors in 2025. The eagle symbolizes strength, determination, and vision, qualities you've demonstrated throughout your leadership. Serving as president means navigating both challenges and opportunities, and doing so with purpose and resilience. Your leadership helped advance our mission, advocating for private property rights and supporting realtors in building successful businesses. On behalf of Missouri Realtors and your peers across the state, thank you for your dedication. Please accept this eagle as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much, Amanda, and the Franklin County Board of Realtors. I don't have a script, and as everybody knows, I do enjoy to talk and sometimes ramble on. But really, I want to thank everyone that's here today. I want to thank our current board of directors and our officers. They're the ones that really did all of the work this year, and our committee members. The first time as president, it was interesting. There was a lot more things and change and dynamic going on during those times, as Derek remembers, and Jamie and a few others in this room. But through those changes and through everything that we did then, has really made these last few years a lot easier. It's definitely made this time as president much easier because of those changes, because of the people that we have on our committees, and because of our fellow officers. They have really done the work. And actually, and I'm not forgetting anybody, but most importantly, Emily, our AE, has done a tremendous amount of work and a great job this year. Last time I was president, Amanda was our AE, and like I said, we've gone through quite a bit of stuff, and there was one thing she told me once we started the year, because I was on edge, I was looking for things, what are we going to do? And she said, Stephen, there's no more fires, don't go looking to start any. And so that was very true, but that year was still a very positive year. And then this year coming in with those words in mind, I took a little bit more of a laissez-faire approach. You delegate and trust. We trusted Emily to run our association, and she's done a wonderful job. We trusted our other officers to do their work, and they've done great. And we've trusted all of our all of our committees, from RPAC to program to golf, to do the work and do the things that they're passionate about. And we have had great events, we've had great RPAC returns, and so through them, I have been successful. So they are the ones that really deserve the round of applause. So please, a round of applause to our committee members. And I'm going to do one more thing here. So 2026 should be a very interesting year. We have a great person coming in to be our president, Kim. I wish you the best of luck. I will do the best I can as past president to assist you in that. And if everybody would, a toast to our 2026 president, Kim Obermark. I wish you much success. And now I'm going to sit down so we can keep this ball rolling. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. It sounds so official when I say it. Thank you, Stephen. I know. I now invite Ken Levy up to the podium to install our 2026 local and state directors.
I do want to thank everybody for being here, affiliates, family, yes, Realtor members that are here. It was about 5 years ago, I remember going to Kim and saying, Kim, I need $25 for our package. She said, I don't know, what's that realtor thing that you're trying to push on me? If you get involved, you can seek out.
It's my pleasure to install the officers and directors of the Franklin County Board of Realtors. As I call your name, please join me up front, standing side by side. Our officers, Heather, Sue Ann, Secretary, Mark, Treasurer, you all know by their last names. Local directors, Chris, Maggie, Kelly, Charlene, Lori, and Steve. The third. Right across the front anywhere, it's fine. With your, ready? Alright. With your election to and acceptance of the respective offices, it is assumed that you are on full accord with the objectives of the Franklin County Board of Realtors and the Missouri Realtors and the National Association of Realtors. Please raise your right hands and answer the following questions I do. Do you promise to administer the responsibilities of your office with your fellow officers in conformity with the policy and bylaws of the Franklin County Board of Realtors?
I do.
Observe and enforce the Realtors Code of Ethics.
I do.
Uphold and support the Missouri Realtors and the National Association of Realtors.
I do.
By the authority conferred upon me, I announce you are officially installed as officers and directors of the Franklin County Board of Realtors. Congratulations, and I wish you great success in 2026. Will the Franklin County Board of State Directors please stand? Sonia, C. Flannery, the third, Kim, and Sue Ann. Franklin County Board of Realtors, I present your state directors. They will be inducted during the Missouri Realtors 2026 Winter Business Conference in Springfield in January. Thank you for serving our board.
We would like to thank Ken very much for, going on scrub. Thank you. All of us. So congratulations, directors. Would Pat Malloy like to join me at the podium? Hopefully she says yes, because it would be awkward if she said no. So, for our 2026 president, Pat Malloy will serve as our installing officer. Pat is the managing broker and vice president of Reese Nichols Chesterfield. Pat Malloy has been Kim's role model, mentor, and truly her person of power. Professionally, she represents the kind of leader Kim aspires to be, full of integrity and excellence. Whether it's a word of advice or a reminder to lead with heart, Pat has always been there for Kim without hesitation. And so, Pat, we truly appreciate your help with this important tradition. Give Pat. I'm going off script. Of course I am. She told me that she was going to cry today. She's going to make me cry today, so I am honored to welcome my dear friend to the podium. Okay, so Kim, please raise your right hand and answer the following questions with I will. Do you promise that you will uphold the bylaws of the Franklin County Board of Realtors and that you will observe and enforce the Code of Ethics and uphold and support the Missouri Realtors and the National Association of Realtors? Kim,
Will you administer the responsibilities as president in an honest way to the best of your ability? By the authority conferred upon me, I announce you are officially installed as the president of the Franklin County Board of Realtors. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present you with the 2026 President of the Franklin County Board of Realtors, Kim Obermark.
Touch a boob here. Was it good for you, Kim? I love it. Congratulations, Kim. We are excited to go and grow. I just love to say it. So, with you in 2026. And now please welcome Emily Schmidt, our Association Executive, to the podium for a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is such a privilege to stand here today as we close one incredible year and step boldly into another. Before we look ahead, let's take a moment to reflect on the leadership that has guided us through 2025. First, to our outgoing President, Stephen. Thank you. Your steady hand, clear vision, and unwavering support have meant so much to this board and to our members. You've led with grace, integrity, and a true heart for service. Whether navigating challenges or celebrating successes, you reminded us what it means to lead with the members in mind. On behalf of all of us, we're grateful for your direction, your time, and your care for our association. Now, as we turn the page to 2026, we do so with excitement and optimism. This new year brings fresh energy, new ideas, and continued commitment to the values that make the Franklin County Board of Realtors strong. Leadership isn't about knowing the answers. It's about being open to learning, to listening, and to growing together. And that's exactly what we see in our newly installed president, Kim Obermark. Kim, congratulations. Your enthusiasm, your willingness to jump all in, and your genuine desire to learn and lead by example are inspiring to us all. We're excited to watch you take this next step, building on what's come before while bringing your own unique style and vision to the year ahead. We know you'll lead with the same kindness, professionalism, and commitment that you bring to everything you do. And finally, to our board of directors. Congratulations to you as well. Each of you plays an important role in shaping the future of our association. Together, let's continue to support one another, lift each other up, and work side by side to strengthen our profession and our community. So here's to new beginnings, continued growth, and a year filled with collaboration, service, and success. Please join me in a round of applause for our outgoing president, our incoming president, and our entire 2026 Board of Directors. It is my pleasure to invite 2025 President Stephen Flannery and 2026 President Kim Obermark to the front of the room.
First one I've got on here. So nice. I do have a script now. On behalf of the members of this board, it is my pleasure to present to you this gavel. As a symbol of the office of president, it represents the duties and responsibilities of being president. I know you will take this role with the respect and honor it deserves. Absolutely. I know you will. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in saluting our 2026 President, Kim Obermark.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to take a moment to thank my family, friends, and colleagues for being here today. I am incredibly grateful to be surrounded by such an amazing group of people. It is truly an honor to stand before you as the newly installed president of the 2026 Franklin County Board of Realtors. I have a very special thank you that goes to Emily, who has been an incredible support over the past year. Your dedication, encouragement, and understanding has meant the world to me. I appreciate everything that you've done this year. I also want to thank the absolute most amazing installation committee for your hard work in making today so meaningful and memorable. Your time, energy, and attention to detail made this event possible. Christina, Emily, Ginger, Michelle, and Amy, thank you for everything. This has been absolutely amazing. To my husband, thank you for standing by me through every new adventure and supporting me every step of the way. And to our children that are all here today, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you. Laura, thank you for always having my back in both business and in life. You're not just my business partner, you're my ride or die. I couldn't have asked for a better business partner or friend for over the last 20 years. When I started selling real estate over 20 years ago, I never imagined the passion I developed for what I would do every day. I actually began my journey as an administrative assistant for realtors. And let me tell you, I quickly learned the meaning of high maintenance. And I'm sure the lenders and title companies that I work with today would agree. Yes, they know to never put me on speaker. When I moved to Washington, I began working as a realtor with the Washington Redheads. As I grew in this industry, so much has changed, including the 10 grandchildren who I proudly hauled around while showing homes, while they looked for their perfect home or bat cave. This career has allowed me to grow both personally and professionally. And then you just think you're going along as a realtor, doing your thing, and one day you look up and your name's on the advocacy committee, and you think, well, what's an advocacy committee? Thank you, Amanda Beeman. That was the beginning of a new chapter, one that led me to the Winter Business Conference, learning about RPAC, and eventually becoming president-elect this last year. I'm excited about the journey ahead and all the growth this next year will bring. As we look forward to the coming year of going and growing, I know with all this incredible group of officers, members, and supporters, we are ready for a year of growth and success. And thank you again for all sharing this special day. Thank you.
Kim, you almost made me cry. And that's difficult to do. We all know how jaded I am. And for those of you that don't know, now you know. So, Emily, would you, yes, like to come up?
Thank you all. We are coming towards the end of our program. Hope you had a wonderful luncheon and enjoyed what we have had for you. And I would like to invite the 2025 through 2026 President of Women's Council Realtors, Metropolitan St. Louis, Debbie Weber, and she will just come up and give a short overview on the wonderful organization that I've been a part of for quite a few years. And Kim is Director of Events for Women's Council Realtors, Metropolitan St. Louis. So it is also an organization dear to her heart. And so we'll hear a little about it. Thank you.
So my name is Skip. You were looking at me. Okay, go ahead. Hi, everybody. My name is, Emily said, my name is Debbie Weber. I'm the current 2025 and 26 Women's Council Realtors President. First of all, just a raise of hands. Who in this room has ever gone to a Women's Council event or actually been a member of Women's Council? Okay, well, you see my takeaway. I'm pointing that out because Women's Council really has been a tradition of many of the associations, including Franklin County at one point in time. But just for those on this side of the room that don't know much about Women's Council. So we were founded, Women's Council was founded around the late 1930s. And it came because of the inequality that was going on when it came from women being part of realtors, but they weren't given the leadership skills or any kind of way to connect, to refer. You know, it wasn't a great thing for women to be in the real estate profession. We could be there, but we weren't given the same opportunities. So therefore, a group of women in California pushed the National Association of Realtors to actually have this type of infinity group to be chartered, and it kind of widespread. So by the 1940s, it was designated by the National Association of Realtors, and every year since then has chartered just about every state. Missouri included, I believe we had our, I guess we're 61 years this year that we've had a Missouri chapter of the Women's Council, and of course the different organizations and associations here in Missouri. Currently we have 6 associations that have their own Women's Council chapter. And being that we are St. Louis and one of the closest ones to you, since Franklin County does not have their own, we embrace your organization to be a part of ours. I think that's how I met the beautiful Kim Obermark a couple of years ago at an event. And of course, I wouldn't know really anything about Emily until I started coming to Women's Council events. It is something that does change your life. I've been a realtor for 14 years. And in that doing so, I was also a single mother of 4. And trying to do a little extra, if any of you guys know, it's hard to do that when you have, you're a realtor and trying to run a household by yourself. The great thing about it is that I had a great group of women in my brokerage that encouraged me to come. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I guess I'll do something. And my life has taken on a trajectory of its own ever since then. I just thought I was coming in to hang out with a tribe of women that were really about not only real estate, but going through the same things that I actually go through, that we all go through when it comes to being a realtor. So, why I'm here? I'm pretty sure some of you have seen me at a few of your events over the last year or so. I love coming to the Bergman, Missouri, what was that? The float trip, thank you. I didn't grow up with float trips. So the fact of the matter is, when I first got invited, I'm like, never been to Bergman. I'm pretty sure maybe I passed through it going down to Springfield or wherever, but I really enjoy being out here, and really the people that I've met in here, it warms my heart because I've always been so friendly and inviting, and with the help of beautiful Kim, we talked about really doing a lot more events that are partnered with Franklin County and with Women's Council. So that is my goal for this next coming presidency. is to be able to do at least 1 or 2 events that are specifically for Women's Council with your association. I would love to see a little bit some more participation, and I know with Kim being our event specialist, we're going to be working really well to do that. Obviously, again, Emily, she is so awesome. By the way, I need some more Cutco. Okay, just a little plug in there for Emily for a second thing. But anyway, I did also want to make on the table over there. There is. We do have an event coming up, and it's actually going to be a really great event for either a seasoned agent or even agents that are pretty new to it. We really got to get back to the basics when it comes to being a real estate agent. And one of them is what we call market like a top. So if any of you guys are having problems with AI and what you should post and videos and emails, well, this event is going to give you a 12-month playbook on the Popeyes that you can bring, the emails, the social media posts, all that's going to be given to you right at your fingertips. We're also going to have at least 6 of the Popeyes that we've come up with. We're going to have samples that you guys can put together, and then also give you a breakdown of how much all that stuff's going to cost. Because you just kind of get like overwhelmed when it comes to those things. So it's a really great opportunity to be able to come and meet other people, other realtors, maybe find a mentor, learn a little bit more about some of our strategic partners that are here in Franklin County, also in St. Louis County. It's just a way of just getting together and being more. This is the time of year, or this is just the time in general, what's going on in our lives and the world. We all need to be together. We need to stay together. We need to work together. We, as realtors, we are a purple party. There's nothing red or blue about us. We're all about homeownership. We're all about working together and doing what we can for our homeowners and our home buyers. So, with that being said, congratulations, Kim. I had something else to say, but since I'm last, speak from the ring. I'm not going to say that, but anyway, I'll get you. But anyway, thank you guys for letting me have a few minutes of your time, and congratulations again. Wait a minute, one more thing. If you guys don't know me, I'm the selfie queen, so I gotta get a selfie. If you see yourself on social media, thank you guys, everyone.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is why I love you, Kim, because you always surround yourself with amazing and beautiful people. So. But no, that was great. Thank you so much. As we are coming to a close, I would like to invite Laura up to the podium, please. You're one and only, your ride or die. So, besides your husband, it's like your work wife. You got your husband and your work wife. So. Laura will be here for the closing toast.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Ken, for being an amazing friend, an amazing work partner, and also I'm most proud of that. So let's all wish Ken much success, which she will do in 2026. Go and grow, 2026 with Carol.
Thank you all. You can all enjoy the rest of your day.